Your vehicle has veered off the road and is rapidly filling with water. The electrical system shorts out, and water rises past your chest. Panic triggers a move toward brute force. You throw your shoulder against the door and strike the center of the window with your fist. These efforts fail. The immense hydrostatic pressure outside holds the door shut with massive force, and physical strikes against the center of the glass only waste your remaining oxygen. Effective escape depends on two hardened steel prongs located 2 inches above your head. Surviving a submerged vehicle requires applying mechanical knowledge to the environment. To find an exit, you have to understand the specific properties of automotive glass. Windshields are made of laminated safety glass. 2 layers of glass are bonded to a flexible plastic inner layer to keep occupants inside during a high-speed collision. It will spider crack, but it will not shatter. Side windows use tempered glass. It flexes to distribute blunt force, making it incredibly strong in the center. Because the center is flexible, the rigid edges of the frame become the structural vulnerability. The weakest point is the bottom corner. Escaping a jammed cabin involves bypassing the reinforced windshield and targeting that specific corner of the side window. Removing a headrest reveals 2 solid 6-inch metal prongs. While their primary function is passenger safety, their composition, hardened steel, makes them effective tools for compromising glass. In a cramped, water-filled cabin, you cannot generate enough momentum to swing the headrest like a hammer. Water resistance kills the speed of the strike. Instead of striking, you wedge one of the metal congs deep into the gap where the window seal meets the glass at that bottom corner. This mechanical diagram shows how a lever action multiplies your force. By pulling the headrest toward you, the prong exerts concentrated pressure against the rigid frame, which tempered glass cannot withstand. This technique shatters the window instantly, allowing you to exit before the cabin completely fills with water. In a rollover crash, you may find yourself hanging upside down. If your full body weight is suspended by the seatbelt, the internal latch is loaded with hundreds of pounds of tension and will not unlatch. To clear the mechanism, you must brace one hand against the roof and push upward. Taking your weight off the belt creates the slack necessary for the release button to function. The polyester webbing of the belt itself is identical in width and tensile strength to the webbing used in military-grade tourniquets. If a crash causes arterial bleeding and a sharp edge or tool is available to sever the belt, the material can be wrapped above the wound. A rigid object, like a steel headrest prong, can then be used as a windlass to twist and stop blood loss. The seatbelt is a dual-function system designed to restrain kinetic energy during a crash and provide high-tensile material for trauma intervention afterward. Back in the flooding car, the frantic struggle stops. You move with the mechanical logic of the vehicle. You pull the headrest free and wedge the steel prong into the corner of the window. One decisive pull backward levers the hardened metal directly against the frame. The tempered glass fails instantly, exploding outward. You push out through the shattered opening, completely clearing the sinking vehicle and immediately swimming upward toward the faint light at the surface. The greatest danger in a vehicular emergency is the panic caused by a lack of situational awareness. Knowing how to use these components transforms a locked cabin into a series of functional tools.